Hey everyone, Dev with Crime Hive, and we're back with another video here. And I want to put this one out specifically because it marks 1 month to the day tomorrow when I release this video with the Summer Wells case. She's been missing since June 15th. 5-year-old girl here from Tennessee, and kind of a bizarre case. Some strange circumstances around it. FBI is involved. Lot going on with this case. So I just want to put this out to the public. A lot of you already may be following it. I just want to put out some basic information there. I may come out with some more videos if you'd like me to continue with this case in particular. But I did pull up a lot of different articles and just want to get the information out there regarding this case. So if you're not familiar with it, I have pulled up a timeline here, recent timeline here from the Charlotte Observer into this case. So a lot of things going on. Again, she was last seen with gray pants and a pink shirt, apparently. She does have short, blonde, cropped hair, and she went missing in the evening of June 15th. And, I've been reading a lot of these articles, and there's been a lot of tips, hundreds and hundreds of tips. And investigators have said over and over again that this case is far from being cold. And so they're sifting through those leads as I speak. And they've been going through apparently the rugged mountainous terrain, a lot of speculation, of course, a lot of theories, a lot of things going on, but I want to give really a lot of the facts that we know up to this point. We learned that Summer was apparently planting flowers on June 15th around 5:30 p.m. and she was with her mother and her grandmother, and she went off to play. Apparently, her 3 brothers are inside the house. I'll show a picture of the house here. So you've got the house, and they're planting flowers. She goes in. Apparently, she goes into the basement to play with some toys. The brothers don't seem to know what happened. Last they knew, she went down into the basement, and then she just vanishes. And it appears it was within a few minutes that the mother comes in to call her and check on her. Been some interesting stories too with the 911 call and what she was doing before Summer went missing, and I'll get into a little bit into that as well. But then she was reported missing around 6:30 p.m. on June 15th. And then the Tennessee State Bureau of Investigations ends up releasing an endangered child alert for Summer. So this started to pick up here, and a lot of agencies got involved. They had the Amber Alert. Going into June 16th, they're releasing it to the public. Tips start coming in, and apparently they searched more than 680 acres at that point. So checking trails, they were checking all around the house, of course, looking through surveillance footage, neighbors, going door to door. Media's gotten heavily involved in that, and so just really bizarre. So we start to piece together what happened and what the family was saying, and I'll talk a little bit about that as well in terms of what they think about what may have happened. Okay, and then you've got Don Wells, Summer's father, and he did speak to media and gave his opinion on what happened, and so I'll explain a little bit of that as well. I just want to play a brief clip of him, and if you want to see the full interview of him, just really see his full body language and what he's saying and how he's saying it, I found this article at WKRN.com, so you can find that here, and I'll just play a short snippet there. And the audio, by the way, there's heavy traffic and all that, so you may have to turn up your volume on this here.
Kind of what you've been feeling the last few days in the search for Summer. Can you just, let us know what you and your family are experiencing at this time?
We really appreciate the outpouring of love. Never seen so many good people in one place. So, we just really appreciate everybody trying to help that they have, law enforcement and all these volunteers that are here. Never seen anything like this in my entire life.
Okay, so that's just a little portion there. There's his son, one of the sons there that was apparently in the house when Summer went in to play. And then, he went on to say that that Summer was planting flowers with her mother and her grandmother, and she wanted to go into the house. And so my wife watched her go into the door, and she went into the house. And Dawn went on to say, you know, the boys were on the internet, of course, and she wanted to go downstairs and play with her toys. So when her mother came in and she says, Summer, she went down into the basement and she didn't answer. So she went down there and she was gone. So she went out the basement door, which was unlocked, and we haven't seen her since. So that was pretty interesting there. He goes on to say that he thinks that some bad person grabbed her, but we have no idea who. Apparently the FBI gets involved at this, you know, they're involved in this case, and have covered everything. And he goes on to say that they've searched all over, and so that's his take on that. Now, I'm going to show you a few other things here. Okay, got another article here. Still, as far as I know, there is no person of interest. Now, of course, with law enforcement, they do tend to keep tight-lipped. I'm sure, you know, everybody's really a person of interest. Anybody could be a suspect, and they're not going to, you know, release all their information at one time. But apparently, they're not giving that out. And then there was a truck apparently that may be involved. So I want to get this out to the public as well in case this truck or whoever was driving this truck in the area of this incident may come forward. If they could come forward here, Dawn provided a tweet, I believe it was. Let me find that here. Okay, and this has been on several articles as well. So they're looking for, it appears that it might be a Tacoma, might be a, you know, a pickup truck with a ladder rack. It was apparently parked near the home the time of the incident. So if anybody knows about this particular red truck, perhaps a contractor, somebody who is working nearby, police have said that they're not a suspect, that they could be a witness, and they just want them to come forward. So that could be an important piece as well. Now, if you have more information on this particular piece or any of the pieces that I'm discussing, certainly you can comment below and add that. I know a lot of people like to go through the comments, and that gives people more context around this, as I'm just giving some basic details right now with this video. But I want to show you a couple other things here before I end it. Okay, and then I found another article here where apparently there's an extended interview with Summer's mother. So you've got Candace Bly here, and you can watch this interview. I'll play just a short snippet of that as well. So she was there planting flowers apparently with her mother while Dawn apparently was at work. So Dawn is at work, and then I'll play just a short bit here.
I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing. I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from here. Me and my mother and her were planting flowers. And we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay, and I walked her all the way over to the porch. And I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes I came back. And I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone. I don't go on walks around here or runs because I'm scared of the bears and snakes and even the coyotes that are around here. Well, whoever has my daughter, I pray and hope that they have not harmed her and they bring her back to us safe and sound.
Okay, and if you heard that last part, she talks about how she doesn't go on walks and is afraid to go on walks because of bears and other animals out there. In this same article, there was some mention about the 911 call and how, you know, there's a quote here that the parents have called in, advised that the mother had went for a walk and came home, and now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She has been gone for about 10 minutes now. So that's an interesting little discrepancy there. If some of you have more detailed information on that, certainly you can add that in the comments. I found that interesting, and you can certainly watch the full interview there to, again, get the full body language, how she's speaking, what she's saying, and that will give you more details there, and I may cover all of that more in another video. But again, we want to find Summer. That's the big part of this video here. Is she's been missing for a month now, and there's not many answers, not a lot out there. And if you have more information, I'll get you a number, tons of resources here that you can call and reach out. And again, age 5, okay, she's got blonde hair, blue eyes, okay, she's about 3 feet tall, 40 pounds. She does have an NCIC number, okay, so if you do call in a tip, you can give this number here. It's M476287498, and you can call 1-800-TBI-FIND, okay? And there's a ton of other resources there as well. If you Google that, you can find another number, a tip line there. But hopefully this helps. Okay, again, takes place in Tennessee. You've got Knoxville here, so just northeast here. You've got Hawkins County around the city of Rogersville. So in this small area here. And if you happen to know anything, certainly reach out to the authorities. It's been 1 month. And this is Dev with Crime Hive. Again, if you want to stay updated with this case or just other cases in general here, I know I haven't been very active lately, but certainly plan to do more videos. You can subscribe. Just hit the bell notification. That way you can get more of the updated videos there. And you all take care.